Namaste. Welcome. I'm Yogi Ahimsananda. Thank you for being with me here in our series of the Niyamas. Today we'll be talking about the third Niyama, which is Tapas. Self-discipline. That internal fire, that heat that we find in life on and off the mat. So we'll talk about that a little bit today. Well, let's talk about some asanas first. That internal heat, that internal fire that goes back, to cleansing ourselves and being pure. That's what asanas will do for you when you practice. That does not mean walking into a humid studio with 100+ degree temperatures. That's not healthy for the body, okay? It's going to give you a false sense of security, and that can cause some damage. Traditionally, Hatha Yoga is practiced early morning hours or, before sunrise or right as the sun is coming up, or in the evening time as the sun is going down. When it's cooler, we're talking about a warmer climate in India, right? Well, might be warm where you are too. During the middle part of the day, that's usually the hottest part of the day, so that's why yoga was typically, asanas were practiced at those points of the day, because you're going to internally heat up the body. So if we're in a nice air-conditioned studio, hopefully it's not blowing wind all over the place, but it's cool. The heat's not cranked up super high. It's a comfortable climate, room temperature, if you will. And we'll warm up the body naturally, okay? You don't want to try to stretch out. I'm going to warm up a little bit before I go to yoga class. No, don't do that. Show up to class cold. Meaning, we're not stretched out, or we didn't do any kind of warm-up exercises before going to yoga. Let the class naturally happen. Proper teachings and proper classes are going to warm up the body in a way that is going to lead to the next part of the body, warming these body parts up individually and also together, so that we're not going to hurt ourselves, to prevent injury. It's going to naturally cleanse the body, because we're going to raise the body temperature up naturally, and not in an unhealthy way. We're not going to give ourselves a fever, but that internal heat, that's going to burn off the impurities in our body. It's going to give us that energetic burn, being mindful of the edge of comfort, not going beyond it. But it also means being as present as we can to our, contentment without apathy or self-satisfaction. This involves, disciplined commitment, self-discipline. We're going to give ourselves that self-discipline to go to class even when we don't want to. And that goes for students and teachers. Just like we get up every day, to go to work, go to a job. It might not be our favorite job. We might not be doing exactly what we wish we were every day, but we have that self-discipline that we know we got to go do it. So that's showing up even when we don't really feel like it. That's practicing it on the mat and off of the mat. By practicing tapas on the mat and in life, we should direct our energy towards our innermost truths and intentions. We become more attentive or aware of how we are in regards to the body, the breath, the heart, and the mind. The burning fire of daily practice that creates that strictness, that self-discipline of being, really. forging of our character. This is going to help us open up as yoga students to our true nature. Just be self-disciplined. Let that internal fire stoke. Let it energize you. Feel it in you, that warm energy, that you're going to go out and do it, and you're going to be disciplined within the self in a way that you can do it. You can do it no matter what your mind might say. See, that's another thing. We speak these negative affirmations in our mind all the time. We gotta stop doing that. Self-discipline, commitment to stopping that, and replacing it with something better. Positive affirmations. You can do it. You are good enough. Okay? Just remember those things. That's how we practice tapas on and off the mats. Again, as I said in the other videos, can we pick a couple of asanas that mean we're doing tapas? Sure. Do, your favorite sun salutations. There's 25 different sun salutations. Pick one. And, do it 3 or 4 times, 3 or 5 times on each side, left and right. Okay? That'll warm you up. That'll give you some internal fire. Let's have the self-discipline to do it, though, because it's good. That will warm you up. That'll stretch you out. That'll get that body nice and energized. That's why we do our Surya Namaskaras in the morning. Stoke that internal fire. Even if you don't have time to do a whole, 45, 60, 90-minute yoga class before work in the morning, get up and do your sun salutations. Practice that. Warm the body up naturally. Kind of stretch out after, sleeping all night. Get that internal energy, that warmth, that spark. You feel good and energized, better than any cup of coffee, I guarantee it. And it'll wake you up, and I promise you'll have a much better day. Self-discipline, that doesn't mean beating yourself up. That means just lighting that fire under you, you know what, and going out there and doing it, because I know you can. And I know that if we work on this all together and share this with everyone around us, it's just going to continue to grow like a fire. You're that one little spark. Encourage the next person to do the same thing, and they'll do that to someone they meet, and it's just going to grow, and it's going to be warmth, love, happiness, compassion. We just got to have the self-discipline to do it. But thank you so much for inviting me into your home. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. I teach it with my heart, that internal fire that is inside of me. And with great love and great respect, I hope to see you at our next video. Namaste.